One of the things that I do realize on this journey of being a content creator as a no one is that people don't really know you. It's kind of liberating to know that you are able to post whatever type of style or interest or different types of topics for your content. Most of the time when I talk to content creators or brands or founders who are building content for their personal brand, is that they do worry about how they look, how they sound, and how they might be perceived in front of everybody online. But the good thing about not having a big audience yet is the fact that you can literally just post whatever. And I'm not saying whatever isn't like, oh, just post like half-ass videos or carousel posts, but it's more like, oh, you can post the type of content that you've been wanting to do it, but you're kind of like scared because essentially nobody cares. Anyway, that's a really long ramble, but I have my laptop here with me, and I want to share with you my content calendar. So I'm a freelance social media manager. Most of the time when I work with clients and brands, I would strategize, create, edit content. Like I would batch create content 1 month in advance. So if we are going to post in August, I have all the posts ready by the end of July so that you won't miss a schedule. But because that is my job and I have a lot of clients to do that for, I decided that to not burn out or like go crazy. My own personal one is to plan 1 week. And what I mean by that is like, I would rather plan weekly than every single month because, things change and I just don't want to burn myself out basically. And I find that it works best for me personally because I get to, tweak and change things here and there. So I'm going to share with you how it actually looks like. So I have my Notion page. I just call it Creative Magic. So it's where I dump all the content ideas that will help me build my personal brand. So below is the content calendar. I put the editorial calendar. So as you can see, this is the whole month of July. And there are some blanks that you can see on the 14th, 23rd, 20th, 29th, 30th, those sorts of things. So I need to fill them out. I want to share with you kind of like how the full content calendar looks like in a full month. So as you can see that for the month of June, I've posted consistently. You can see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. The column for Friday, like I said, I always leave it blank because people are not as active on Fridays, I realize. I'm just going to go through with you the details of my content calendar that I created on Notion. So for example, I always start the post as the month just so that it's easier for me to sift through and filter things out when I want to refer back in the future. So I will put, for example, June, and then get ready with me, being kind and nice. That's the kind of title that honestly only I understand, but the title itself is just something for me to reference. So I always put like the status here, whether it's in progress, posted, done, or not started. Content pillar, oh yeah, I did not add on this one. So I have 4 different content pillars, and I have lifestyle, health, self-growth, and freelance. So for this is much more like lifestyle and self-growth, I feel like, because in this video I wanted it to be like me just getting ready, putting my makeup on, and talking about a topic that is related to this self-growth content pillar. And then cover photo is just the cover photo of the reels. The thing is, right now I don't stress that as much as I do before because I feel like it's not really my priority right now, which it's one of those things where you can like skim through and just like put whatever photo. Maybe it's something that I would change from time to time, like I'll add a title text so people know what the post is about before clicking on it. But for the most part on Instagram especially, people are just scrolling through reels. You don't really go to your profile and look at your cover photos, if that makes any sense. But again, if you want it to be like super aesthetic, that I know that most people like to do, it's fine as well. I mean, I do used to think so much about, oh, this has to like match, this has to be like, it has to be aesthetic, but now I'm like, it's better done than not posting anything at all. So I will put the date of like when I want it to be posted, and below is the format. So is it going to be a YouTube video, a carousel? Okay, so I put writing just because I have a Substack. I thought I want to be consistent on it, but surprise, just like my podcast, I wasn't as consistent. But anyways, and below it is reel. So this was going to be a reel, so that's why I edited it in, and then which platform I'm going to put it on. And yeah, when I'm done, I will put the link of the post here so that I can refer to in the future. So this below here, the space, is where I basically write the script, or maybe just kind of like notes, like additional notes of like, okay, maybe I want to film this in a different type of location, maybe I want to wear a certain outfit, something like that. So just like notes that is related to the content before I create. Or maybe it could be like a certain type of music or like an inspo that I found on Instagram that I want to use as reference. So yeah, that's just kind of like how my content calendar looks like. So for this month, we are still in July. So at the time I'm filming this, it is on the 13th of July. So I'm supposed to do this post, which is exposing my first UGC work. I'm not so sure if I still want to do it. So I guess that's the beauty of like your own content. I don't follow it to a T, meaning that, you know, just because I put that I must post this, it's not like I must do it, and if I don't I will die. Like obviously not. Like I'm pretty flexible in terms of like the type of content I do want to post. Like maybe there are certain trends that are pretty hot right now and I want to get on the bandwagon, so I would, you know, omit it and replace it with another post, you know. So yeah, the worst thing that you could ever do is hop on a trend and then it's like no longer a trend anymore. And the thing about social media is that it is so fast right now that things are just ever changing pretty quickly. So the moment there's a trend, you kind of like have to hop on it really fast just to be relevant. That is kind of like how my content calendar looks like. So for this coming month, because I did say that I want to plan weekly, I will be traveling, and that being said, I do have some of the posts lined up for this coming week. For example, on Tuesday I have not glamorizing self-employment, this type of things. Like when I do have an idea in mind, I would automatically put it in Notion, and it can just be like a rough idea where only I can understand. Whereas, you know, if I were to give someone this, they're probably like, what do you mean not glamorizing self-employment? What the hell is the post actually about? So yeah, this is kind of like this is the on-screen text that I had in mind. Like there won't be this, which is like traveling or like having fun, if I don't do this, which is basically just me working on my laptop. And Wednesday I have like, I'm a self-employed girl in her 30s and not afraid to admit that. And this is kind of like a carousel that I personally want to create, and I put an example here just as to, you know, to refer for reference. Here I have like a workday in my life, which is also a carousel. I'm still contemplating on that, but I might just do it just because again I will be traveling, and I think it'll be pretty interesting showing what I actually do, because, you know, obviously different people have like different ways of like navigating their jobs and stuff like that. So that's kind of like what I want to create. And then Fridays I leave it empty as usual, so I'm just going to think about the content ideas that I'm going to create for Monday, Saturday and Sunday, which I'm not so worried about just because I will be traveling. So I think, you know, I'll probably be inspired to do more content. When I do travel, there are two types of moods that I'm in. I get really inspired to create content, or the other one I'm just like, fuck this, I just want to enjoy my holiday. But I'm not like going on a holiday per se for this one. I'm traveling, but I will still be doing work as per normal, just that in a different location. You know, when you're in a different environment, you just get inspired to do different things, and honestly, truly, like your environment plays a part. If you're in an environment where it feels like you're down in the dumps, like you're not going to, I'm not saying you won't push through forward, I'm just saying that it will be harder. So that is my content calendar that I use personally, and I just plan it weekly, you know. And if I don't want to create that certain post, I'll just change it around, you know. It's just like I don't follow it to a T, but at least I have these guidelines so that I know that I'm not scrambling when it comes to creating and posting the content itself. One thing that actually does work, or something that I do want to implement, is that every week I would want to create a weekly theme. In this coming week, my weekly theme would probably be traveling as someone who is self-employed, like how I balance client work while traveling, and at the same time also just building my own journey as a content creator. So that's just going to be my weekly theme for this upcoming week. Hello and good morning. Yes, it is still morning. Well, a late morning. It's like 11:30 right now. I'm going to go to do my lashes. That's why I have no makeup on. Well, I did put on a bit of lipstick. I'm gonna switch to the Dji Osmo Pocket 3 camera to vlog now. I feel like this is such a good camera to switch to when you are vlogging outdoors. So if you're like traveling or like you're like constantly on the go, this is a good camera, and it shoots in 4K as well. So the one that I'm using at home is the Canon G7X Mark II. So I'm gonna switch it to this because it's not like in your face, you know, it's pretty discreet when you want to vlog outside. Okay, I am done with my lash appointment. It's super quick. It takes like an hour, which usually, if you don't already know, when you do eyelash extensions, it takes like 2 hours or like 1 hour 45 minutes, but my lash tech is pretty quick. I don't know if it's because I usually opt for like a natural style, so I usually go for the 4D length, and the style is cat eye. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, that's how it looks like. So we were done in like an hour, so right now I'm just booking a car so that I can go back home. While we're waiting for the Grab, I'm going to talk about my first work vlog. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to do some admin stuff, so that will take me around like 15 through 30 minutes. So usually admin stuff for me is replying emails, maybe sending out invoices, replying DMs as well. And the funny thing is, I rarely post my services on my Instagram because obviously it's a mixture of like different stuff. And what I mean by that is like I mix like my personal life and a little bit of like what I do for work, but I do get like DMs asking if I'm available to work together, which I think is super cool. And I also get like DMs on having like coffee chats. I don't reach out to people often, or maybe at all, but it's nice to actually just meet up with people who are in the same industry, or maybe people who are interested in, you know, doing the kind of work that I do. I do like content creation for brands, and maybe there are people that want to do the same thing. So it's nice to have like a face-to-face in real life coffee chat to just kind of like catch up, I guess, in a way like consult people. But I don't know, I feel like when you twist it to like consultation, it just feels so like ugh, corporate work. Like I don't like it. Like coffee chat sounds nice, you know? So I was thinking it's not sustainable to meet people all the time, like to go out every time for, you know, having like coffee chats. Maybe I should open up like virtually, like one-on-one. So I don't know, that's just, it has been at the back of my head for like since the start of last year, but I'm just like chickening out, you know, to do it, which is funny because I always say like you only live once, do what feels good to you. But yeah.
Hello, hi, Miss Aisha.
Hi. I don't know what possessed me thinking that I could actually finish every single thing on my list before 6 o'clock. I literally spent 4.5 hours editing 11 pieces of content for my client. Within those 11 posts, it's not like those easy posts where it's like, oh, I'm lip syncing to a thread. My tongue, I'm sorry, I've not eaten anything yet, okay? Usually I would prepare the trending audios or the music that I want to use ahead of time, but this time I'm doing it on the go, so I guess it takes more time. And usually I create captions before this, but now I'm just doing everything all at once, so it really is a lot. But I'm glad that I got that out of the way. And I did do some of the admin stuff, just kind of like replying to DMs and emails. But now I am so freaking hungry, and obviously I don't have time to cook, so yeah, I got a salad, a big ass salad. This is from GYG yet again. GYG should just sponsor me, man. I'm just gonna eat my dinner, I'm gonna zone out, take a break for like at least 45 minutes, and then I'm going to create an Instagram post for my own Instagram. I've been posting every single day except for Friday, so today is Thursday. I really want to make a quick Instagram reel so that I can upload it.
Let it all go. Let it all.
And also upload my stories, because obviously I want to, you know, keep it updated and I guess communicate with people that follow me. Although I do have to say that it can be a little bit discouraging when you're first, I won't say first starting out, but when you are really trying to build your personal brand from scratch and you don't receive that much engagement. And I do have to really think about creating a standard series where I can, you know, make people binge watch the content. And not only that, I don't want people to just find my content like entertaining to watch, like yeah, but at the same time I want it to be valuable in a sense where I want people to leave feeling inspired, and also, you know, like they find it so helpful to a point that they decide to take action now, because I give them actionable steps in a way without sounding too formal or corporate. I think I've been like replying emails and shit, and I feel like everything is, yeah, whatever. I'm not even making sense right now. I'm gonna eat my dinner. I'm hungry. I read somewhere, no, actually that's a lie. I actually saw an Instagram reel that said that with every bite that you take of your food, chew at least 20 times so that you will feel full for longer. Makes me realize that I've been inhaling my food for a very long time, and I wonder why I feel bloated or why I'm so hungry certain times. But also, I'm not eating at like a fixed schedule right now, which is bad, but I feel like I'm not starving myself in a sense. I never starve myself. It probably has been a while, but it is a Monday. Yeah, we skipped a few days because I was just spending time with my family during the weekend, and on Sunday I just wanted to, you know, I just wanted to recuperate, and I don't want to pick up the camera. But anyway, it's a Monday and I worked for like, I think 3.5 hours, which is good because I feel pretty productive. So I'm gonna go to the gym now, and it is, can you guess what day is it? It's a leg day. I really hope you found this video helpful, and you know, I really want to show more behind the scenes, whether it is my current workflow, how I edit videos, how I plan videos, organize or shoot videos, not just for myself but also for clients. I mean, just let me know down in the comments, because honestly I don't like to gatekeep, and honestly I just don't care. Like, I will give you all the information away, because for me it's like, information is free, you know, and the things that I learn, they're also free. So I feel like whatever I know, I need to give back as well, just so that it would help anyone who is watching this, maybe you. So again, thank you for watching this video, especially if you made it this far. Maybe leave me down like a disco ball emoji if you made it this far in the video, so I would know. But I will see you in my next one, and the next one will be in a way different environment, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, bye.